Hey there! Happy almost Easter! I have a fun little project planned for you and your kiddos that's all Easter related. We're going to be doing an egg that's cracked open with a little chickie coming out. So grab some paper to draw on, grab something to draw with, such as a pencil, because if there's mess ups, we have an eraser for those oopsies. You might want a permanent marker. I love to trace my pencil lines with permanent marker. And then, of course, you could use some crayons, some markers, some color pencils, whatever you want to color with, or you could turn this into a painting and use your painting supplies. So whatever you have around the house is what you can make work. Okay, so I have just a good old sheet of copy paper on here, and it is set up vertical. That means up and down. And like I said, I'm going to be using a Sharpie. That way you can see what I'm doing, but you guys are going to want to start with a pencil. Now, parents, make sure and remind your kids that their art is not going to look like my art or like your art. I probably have a lot of years on them, a lot of extra years of practice. Also, encourage them to make their art their own. So just because I do something on my paper doesn't mean they have to do it on their paper, right? All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom of the page, and you can make this egg as big as you want or as small as you want, although I always encourage drawing bigger. So we have a big U or a big smile, and I'm going to try to make those about even, okay? Then we're going to connect these with a zigzag. And of course, zigzag doesn't have to be perfect. A broken egg does not break perfectly, right? Then in here, we're going to do a major frowny face curve line, just like that. And then connected to the curve line, we're going to give our little chickie some hair and some wings. Curve line, curve line, curve line, curve line. Of course, yours could be zigzag like a mohawk, or curvier like little curls, or gosh, I guess you could actually give it like real hair if you wanted to, right? This is your chickie. I always encourage everyone just to maybe be inspired by me, but make it their own, right? Okay, so we have wings and wings. Now we've got to think about what is going to go for the eyes. Of course, you can make your chickie's eyes however you want to. There's no wrong way. So I have an oval and a circle, an oval and a circle, a highlight, and then maybe I've got an upside down triangle with two little nostrils. And then I'll do a little frowny face curve for the belly, okay? Now, your egg, you could create some kind of design on it. Maybe it's a polka dot egg. Maybe it has wavy lines. Maybe it has more zigzags. Maybe it's just an ombre egg. It fades from one color to another. So think about what type of design you want your egg to have. I think mine is going to have some polka dots. Some polka dots, my friends. Okay, now our eggie is just kind of floating around, right? What if we do like some rough looking lines that might kind of look like little branches in here, right? So it looks like maybe it's setting in a little nest, maybe, right? Let's curve this one around. Okay, so now we've got some great curve lines. Okay, there we go. Now comes the fun part. We did all the drawing. If you drew with pencil, like I hope you did, you could now go back and trace all of your pencil lines with a permanent marker. So hit pause on me. Get all those lines traced, and then hit play again, and we'll color. All right. For the coloring part, crayons, markers, color pencils, oil pastels, color sticks, Whatever you have around the house is great. There's no wrong answer to this. And you could even combine multiple things and make it a multimedia piece, all right? For example, I could, your chickie could have whatever color hair you want, right? There we go. Throw in some extra lines right there. And then maybe it has some, oh, I don't know, little yellow wings. Those might be a little tricky for you guys to see on there, but they are yellow. And I'm drawing some extra yellow lines, and then the rest of my chickie is probably yellow too. There we go. And then maybe an orange beak, just because my chickie's yellow. I don't want to have so much yellow, right? And maybe my chickie has some green eyes. So if that's the case, let's think about this. This might be the pupil, so then I could do this part green around here and just not have any whites in the eyes. So I color this part in with the green. If you use the very tip of the marker, it is going to make a nice skinny line, right? But if you use the side of the marker, it's going to make a thicker line. So be thoughtful about which part of the marker you're using. Maybe my chickie has an orange tummy. I don't know. Probably not really in real life. Okay, now I might want some brown on these branches, right? So I could go back and trace all of these lines with brown. And even though you traced your pencil lines with Sharpie and now we're going back with marker, I think that's okay. Because it just gives it an extra bonus. Like, I really like everything to be traced with a black line, but that's just my preference. And that's the cool thing about art, is it's very subjective. What I like might not be what you like, and vice versa. Okay. Now, I have all of these warm colors on my chickie. So yellow, orange, and red are part of the warm color family. So I might want to use blues, greens, and purples for my egg, so it's part of the cool color family, which would create a contrast between the chickie and the egg. The chickie would contrast away from the egg, okay? So let's say we do a purple egg. So I will trace the egg. Oh, let's see, that's stick over there. Trace the egg with purple, and I'm trying to make a thicker line by using the side of the marker tip, not just the point of the marker, okay? And then we could make blue and green. So we'll do blue, and you know what? I might even make these spirals just for fun. So we have blue, and now we'll do some green. Outlines on our chickie, just like this. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so now I have cool colors and warm colors, plus one cool color in the eyes. That's okay though. Okay, so now that we have our chickie all done, give you a little close up. Okay, hit pause if you need to. And you could finish coloring with all marker. There's nothing wrong with that. That would actually be beautiful. Or you could go now and color with colored pencil or with crayon, whatever you prefer. I have I think I do. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Well, there it is. It was hiding from me. A yellow-orange crayon that I'm going to do right here on the edge of my 𝗀𝗵𝗱𝗆, like this. So I'm going to color this edge of the 𝗀𝗵𝗱𝗆 with this yellowy orange. And of course I'm going to color the belly. This time I'm pushing hard. I'm using my muscles. But on the edge I pushed really soft so it would be a very faint looking line. Okay? And then I'll kind of go over these right here with some yellowy orange too. Okay, now I can use my yellow. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Crayon is so loud on this board. Okay, so now I'll use my yellow crayon and color in the rest of the 𝗀𝗵𝗱𝗆, just like this. And I'm trying to follow the curve of the egg. There we go. There. Get this 𝗀𝗵𝗱𝗆 all colored in. We need to give our 𝗀𝗵𝗱𝗆 a name. Let's see. Charlie the 𝗀𝗀𝗆? Or Charlotte the 𝗀𝗀𝗆? You could come up with a name for your 𝗀𝗀𝗆. We could even come up with a story for it. Since it's hatching out of an Easter egg, maybe it's an Easter 𝗀𝗀𝗆. Okay, I have a red-orange, but I also have a regular orange. Let's try regular orange that I could use on the beak. There we go. And I might use the red-orange, at least some of it. Let's do this. Let's kind of go right there. Just like that. And then we'll go around the edge with, this one is red-violet. So I did red-orange right close to the head, and now I'm doing red-violet on top of all of that. So it kind of gives it a two-tone effect. Let me show ya. See, that's pretty cool, right? Layering your colors with the crayons. Okay. The middle of the eyes are the pupils, right? So color those in. I color hard, 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 press as hard as I can, and then softer, 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 softer. That's showing value from light to dark, okay? Then we have our egg. So I have a couple of purples. I have a blue violet or just a violet. So I think I'll go with just violet. Now this is going to be kind of tricky because I don't want to get inside the circles, but I also don't want my lines to be everywhere. So I've got to really take my time coloring so that my lines are not crazy and I stay in the lines just like this. Okay, So I really enjoy coloring because you can make it as exciting as you want it or as calm as you want it. You can layer colors, you can color hard, you can color soft. You can really do a lot more with crayons and colored pencils than maybe what you have done in the past, okay? So have fun experimenting with those. Like I could go in with that blue violet now and put a little bit of this down here around the bottom and the edges so that it looks a little darker at the bottom and on the edges, so it gives it like an ombre look from dark to light or light to dark. So this is the blue violet that I'm layering on top, just like this. There we go. Then I have my green to fill in, and this is really the yellow green. So that way I could still see my little spirals I made. And then I'm going to use the blue green to color in my blue ones. Because it's lighter, I can still see my spirals. There we go. Awesome. Now I got to color in all these branches. Just like that, and I'm coloring in my branches kind of hard. Oop! Hold on to your paper, friends. I might try to get away from you. There we go. Kind of go around like that. Boop, boop, be-doop, boop. All right. Now, I got the darker part of the branches. Now what I was thinking is I could go in and color a little softer this time, like that, to fill in all of these spaces. So I have a darker value of brown and a lighter value of brown. Value is the darkness or lightness of a color. And I think in this area too. There. Okay, so we have darks and lights on there. And then the last thing is just thinking about your background. Is it a sky? Is it a wall? Is it, what's in the background? Is there a scene back there? Or just keep it calm. You know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy going back there. Let me see, what color? I kind of like that, beautiful. But this is a lot of space to fill in, so you cannot lose your patience. You got to keep your coloring going the same direction and take your time when you get to the chickie. Because if you get too crazy, you will accidentally color on top of your chickie, and then you're going to be frustrated with yourself after you just worked so hard to get that chickie done and looking so cute. I'm going to go back and oopsie it. Okay. Slow down around the chickie. Slow, 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 slow. And I'm using like a medium pressure right now. I could be pushing a lot harder if I wanted it to be more bold, so you totally can. It's up to you. Okay, friends, so there is a wonderful sky. I could even mix in, what's this one? Ooh, indigo. I could even mix in a little indigo in here if I wanted to. Just to give it an extra layer. Oop. There we go. Okay. So this, my friends, is my cute little chickie. Tweet, 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 tweet. Now, name your chickie give it a little story, and share with your friends and family. So I really enjoyed drawing this with you today. I hope that you had a great time as well, and I cannot wait to do some more art with you.